Want to discuss an interesting topic. Came up a few videos that I watched. Um, you know, analysts from HBO. About the Bradley Alexander fight. One interesting thing that kept popping up uh, in people's post-fight videos was the holding Alexander doing. He was doing a lot of holding. And actually caused a lot of the butts. Um, you know, and I want to discuss holding in boxing. How much is too much holding? Should it be used as a strategy? With Alexander in that fight, it seemed like he used holding was a part of his strategy. You know, throw a couple punches, and if he's close enough to you, hug. I think that a lot of times that a lot of holding goes on, and in all fairness, if one dude can hold, another dude should be able to push. But I see fighters get warned a lot more for pushing than they do for holding. I don't understand that, and in the fight, Frank Garza didn't I don't remember him warning him, Alexander about holding, but I would really like to ask him about that. Frank is actually a really good friend of mine. He told me personally he does not do interviews, and I respect that. So, that's cool. But for anybody who knows or any referees who want to, post or make a comment or give me some insight, how much holding should be allowed or who dictates, who is the boss of saying how much holding should be allowed? It's up to the referee's discretion to a degree, but I mean, if you throw a low blow, he's supposed to warn you. Throw another one, he's supposed to take a point. That's a given. So, what is the given on how much holding should be allowed? And should it be, like, how can you have that as a strategy? You get too close, you hold him. How is that fair? Holding is necessary sometimes. A fighter get hit and he hurt, he got a hold. I understand that, and that should be allowed. We understand that. That makes for an exciting fight. But to just throw a shot and hold, hit and hold Ricky Hatton, his style was hideous to watch at times. Should you be able to just be allowed to continuously hold in a fight? I don't think so. I think it's way too much holding going on in boxing. You have a lot of that, and that's MMA. MMA they can get on the ground, wrestle, and all that stuff. That's cool. When you watch a boxing match, the last thing you want to see is the referee keep breaking up fighters. There has to be some fights are so ugly with holding. There has to be less fighting. Less holding in fights in boxing. Period. Some fighters just do way too much holding. I would like to see that change. I don't know who is in charge of that. But let me know what y'all think. How do y'all feel about holding? You know what I'm saying? Prime example, the Alexander Bradley fight. Do you think that Alexander did too much holding? Are you okay with the holding that he did? And if not, what do you think should be changed? Should the referee have a limit on how many times he should have to break fighters for one fighter continuously using holding as a strategy? Should it be allowed as a strategy? Tell me what you think. Leave your comments, whatever. Get back.